Hey, I'm the TheLoopyAlchemist, and it is good to be back. Okay, so first off, where have I been for almost 2 years now? Well, I just finished my undergrad degree, and I'm applying for a master's degree right now, and I'm also working, so, well, that's been taking up most of my time. And today's topic is over a year behind schedule, but there hasn't been much in the way of new news, so I'm going to still speculate on it. And this is the trailer for The Elder Scrolls 6. I'm going to go over where I think it's going to be, or where I hope it's going to be, and what I think the story's going to be. I'm pretty sure it's going to be in the Iliac Bay region, like the exact same terrain that it was for The Elder Scrolls to Daggerfall. So that is both High Rock and Hammerfell, hopefully the two entire provinces. And this isn't really anything new on my part. I mean, like, there's a ton of other way bigger channels than mine that have already speculated this, but it does make a lot of sense because it's sort of the closest you can get to the Eldmeri Dominion. I mean, that's not entirely true, like, Valenwood's pretty close as well, but just in terms of like it intersecting between the Empire and the Eldmeri Dominion, it's sort of the perfect battleground, especially given what we know from Skyrim, where the Redguards have been holding the Eldmeri Dominion off. So that would really give a lot of opportunity for a much bigger version of the Skyrim Civil War quest, where you could potentially pick your side and fight the Second Great War, which sounds really cool. But at the same time, knowing how the Elder Scrolls stories work, we're going to be a prisoner at the start. That's probably going to be a given. But more importantly, just a huge civil war between two superpowers. Or actually, no, if it's between two superpowers, it's not a civil war, it's just a regular war. But anyways, that's not important right now. There's going to be another curveball thrown in. Like, there's going to be some variation of the Daedra going nuts. Now, this could be a new variation of the so-called Warp in the West, which happened during Daggerfall, but I'm sort of more leaning towards something a bit different. Now, it could just be another Daedric prince going insane and trying to take over all of Tamriel, but, I mean, we've seen that twice already with Oblivion, with Mehrunes Dagon, and then Molag Bal in the Elder Scrolls Online for like all 6 people who've actually played it. Sorry, that's a cheap shot at the Elder Scrolls Online, but I mean, seriously, if anyone who's actually been playing it, let me know if I should check it out. It's something I kind of want to check out, but I haven't had the time to make videos or even play regular video games, really, so it's definitely on my backlog. Anyways, back to the point, it could just be one of the princes going nuts and trying to take over, but that sort of feels almost cliche at that point. The only way I could really see that working is if Gigalig, the Daedric Prince of Order, like the one that you meet at the end of the Shimmering Isles DLC, that could actually really work well within the story and be really cool. But personally, my money would be on the Eldmeri Dominion trying to make some sort of treaty with the Slode, like those evil plague slug things, and it blowing up in their face, and then potentially the Empire and the Eldmeri Dominion having to team up and fight them off, or some variation of that. Or we could be looking at another Akaviri invasion, although I don't think that's too likely, although we do know from the lore that Akavir has invaded through this region before, so that could potentially be a thing, or just a really cool side quest. But my money's on the Slode, but I'm definitely thinking a mix of the Great War 2.0 plus some variation of them or the Daedra going nuts. But that's about it for the main story. As for the side quests, there's really no limit to what they could do. I would love to see Stros Mackay as a DLC. I think that would be perfect. Or also maybe going over to one of the other continents as like a side DLC. You could definitely fit Yokuda into this region, or Pyandane, which I know I'm pronouncing wrong, but you know where the Sea Elves come from, as well as a lot of other cool stuff, which we haven't seen before, and there's a lot you could also do with Dark Brotherhood too. But anyways, I'm sort of rambling at this point now. That's sort of broadly what I think we're going to see for the Elder Scrolls 6. I'm cautiously optimistic that it won't be inundated with ridiculous nonsense like microtransactions. I mean, I know we're all sort of nervous after Fallout 76, but I'm cautiously optimistic that it's going to be fantastic. But speaking of stuff that's fantastic, it is fantastic to be back. Now, I'm probably not going to be making videos super regularly, but now that I'm done university and I'm a bit more stable for the time being, I should have a bit more time, so hopefully I'll get stuff out there a bit more and be able to make better videos rather than just sort of this web cluttering speculation, but that's all in the future. So at any rate, I'm the Loopy Alchemist. It's good to be back. I'm not dead. I can prove it. I'm recording this September 27th, 2019, and I will see you next time.